Have you ever replayed a small, awkward moment in your head for hours while everyone else moved on in minutes? That heat in your chest, that instant certainty that everyone noticed, judged, stored it. Your entire day shifts because of something that lasted 5 seconds. And your brain insists it mattered. Here's what it doesn't tell you. There's a psychological phenomenon quietly driving that anxiety. It's called the spotlight effect, and it convinces you that you are being observed far more than you actually are. Cornell researchers once asked students to wear embarrassing t-shirts in public. The students were convinced that most people noticed. In reality, barely anyone did. Why? Because everyone else was busy being the center of their own world. Your brain is wired to treat your experience as central. You are hyper-aware of your words, your posture, your expressions. But here's the catch. Everyone else is doing the exact same thing. They're replaying their own comment, adjusting their own shirt, wondering how they appeared 5 minutes ago. The human mind is egocentric by design, not selfish, just self-focused. Thousands of years ago, social rejection meant exile, and exile meant danger. So your brain evolved a hyper-alert system to detect disapproval. That system never updated. Now it activates because you mispronounced a word. Your heart rate increases. Your stomach tightens. Your thoughts spiral. But the threat isn't real. The audience you imagine rarely exists in the way you think it does. Chapter 1. The Illusion of Constant Evaluation. When you enter a room, your brain scans. Who's looking at me? How do I appear? It assumes attention is directed at you because you only have access to your own perspective. But attention is limited. Most people are conserving theirs. Studies show we drastically overestimate how much others notice us. The mental camera you imagine pointed at you 24/7 simply isn't there. What keeps the anxiety alive isn't judgment. It's replay. You relive the moment. You edit it. You exaggerate it. And each replay triggers the same stress chemistry again. Your brain reacts to imagination almost like reality. Chapter 2. Why overthinking feels protective. Your mind believes rumination is helping. It thinks hyperanalysis prevents rejection. But it doesn't. It drains you. Research shows repetitive self-focused thinking increases anxiety without improving social outcomes. Your brain is trying to guard you. It's just running outdated software. Chapter 3. The Freedom of Insignificance. This might sting at first. You are not the main character in anyone else's story. You are not the headline in their thoughts. And that is relief. The awkward thing you said? Forgotten. The stain on your shirt? Overshadowed by their own insecurities. The pause in conversation? They likely blamed themselves. Most of the judgment you feel is internal. Chapter 4. Redirecting the spotlight. Test your assumption. Can you remember the minor mistakes others made this week? Probably not. That's your proof. Shift attention outward deliberately. Notice 5 neutral details in the room. The texture of the wall. The sound of air conditioning. The way light falls on a surface. You move neural resources away from self-monitoring. Contain the replay. Give yourself 2 minutes to reflect if needed. Then stop. Containment weakens reinforcement. Chapter 5. Social Resilience. Imagine walking into spaces assuming neutrality instead of scrutiny. Your posture changes. Your voice steadies. Your mind clears. Confidence isn't believing everyone admires you. It's knowing they're too preoccupied to analyze you deeply. When you stop treating social environments as hostile stages, they become shared spaces filled with equally self-conscious humans. And something powerful happens. When self-focus decreases, empathy increases. You notice others who look uncomfortable. You realize everyone carries invisible doubt. The spotlight dims. Presence increases. The next time your mind whispers that everyone noticed your mistake, pause. Ask yourself, are they thinking about me, or are they thinking about themselves? Most likely, they're replaying their own lives just like you are. You are not being watched nearly as closely as you think, and that realization is freedom.